Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about the scope of early childhood teachers in Australia. If you guys are watching my videos for the first time, please do not forget to hit that follow button, and if you like the content of this video, please share it with your friends. There are lots of international students who are currently studying graduate diploma in early childhood teaching. Many of you may have already finished this course in last 3-4 months, or you're about to finish in next 2 or 3 months, and you could be someone who is thinking of studying this course as a PR pathway. There are lots of news coming up, I would say negative content coming up about this course, and this is getting most of you really worried that is it a good decision to study this, and what would be my PR pathway. So in this video I'm going to shed some light on the scope of this course and also some pathways that you can target going forward if you are studying this course, and if you are seeking general skilled migration 190, 491 or 189 visa. Let's get started. So first of all, since the change in English requirements for registration when the skills assessment body changed from AITSL to a SIQA, there has been a lot of news in the market, because most of the people who would study accredited course, even though that is 1 year of graduate diploma, would eventually get a skills assessment, and in many cases a registration as well if you're wanting to work in that particular state. And due to this, there's hue and cry out there that this course is getting really crowded. There's no doubt lots of people are studying this, but there are few things that can make you unique, and you can still get your PR or through this occupation in coming 2 or 3 years if you have a right plan in place. Let's talk about those things one by one. So first of all, please don't compare this course with advanced diploma in civil construction and design. That course is a trade course. That course was not professional course. That course was also sold very badly by agents, and were getting backdated qualifications, and now most of those people are struggling as well, because people want easy pathway. Okay, and that's why you become a prey for those agents who really want to sell you something and which has no scope at all. Let's talk about a graduate diploma in early childhood teaching. This course is a professional course, so you got to understand, as a early childhood teacher, you are working at a skill level 1. So it is a professional course. That means there is definite demand there, and the reason the department the reason the skills assessment body was changed, or the English requirements were reduced, just to push more early childhood teachers in the system. There are certain states like Victoria where there is a severe shortage of early childhood teachers because of changes in their curriculum and how they want to teach their children in the childcare centers. And because of that, there is a huge demand. When there is huge demand, there are lots of people who are studying this course as well. And is early childhood teaching course still a good course? Yes, it is, if you have the right plan in place. Now, what is happening, because a lot of migration agents and education agents are promoting this course, which is great, but they only help the students with the admission, and then they leave the student after that, and that's where the major problem comes. Because if you start studying the course but you don't have plan how you are going to spend the time during this course, because most of you are studying this course online, so how you're going to spend that time to transition yourself from your current job to enter the industry, that is one thing. And what state you're living in, and what are the requirements, generic requirements in that state for residency, for work experience in particular occupation, and what are different pathways, because different states have different pathways and different streams to get 491 and 190. Remember, after studying a graduate diploma in early childhood teaching, you get skills assessment as a early childhood teacher, and that occupation is available for 189. That is also available for 190 and 491. For 189, the invites come with the highest ranking EOIs, means people with the highest number of points and oldest EOI would be selected in 189. Then there are a lot of people studying this course. There would be lots of EOIs for 189. Currently, I think there are roughly 6,000 EOIs as early childhood teachers. But if you look at 85 or higher points, the competition is relatively less. We have like 4 or 500 people. And if you get 189 round, I don't think the department would invite more than 500 or 1000 early childhood teachers, because they have to give those invites to like at least 2 or 300 different occupations. So one occupation only gets a limited number of invites. So you got to understand this. 189 is purely luck based and purely point based. So higher the points, the better the chances. And to get higher points, if you are in the age bracket of 25 to 33, you get 30 points for age. People who have studied in regional area would get higher points. People with single status, marital status would have 10 points by default. People with superior English would have 20 points, and naughty as well. So if you are in that age bracket 25 to 33, you can gain maximum 85 points. And if you have 1 year plus work experience in Australia as a early childhood teacher, you can get 5 more points. So people can get at 85 or 90 points. So 189 becomes way too competitive. Now, side by side, we also need to look at 491 and 190. So 491 and 190 can be planned if you're studying early childhood teacher, but you go to plan it in advance. So if you are in the middle of the course, maybe you are required to make a move. So certain states, for example, New South Wales regional offers a 491 pathway for pathway 1 for 491, which requires you to work in your nominated occupation for at least for 6 months. So if you move to regional now, find a job. If you are not an early childhood teacher now, you can find a job maybe as a childcare worker or even as an educator. Enter the industry at lower skill level. Once you graduate with your degree, you have skills assessment and you have registration. Probably the same agency can upgrade you to early childhood teacher, and 6 months down the track, at least you become eligible for subclass of 491 pathway 1 in New South Wales. That pathway 1 has been available for last few years, and I don't think it is going to go anywhere, because that pathway gives a lot of employers in the regional New South Wales an opportunity to address their skill shortage through this pathway. Now, side by side, you look at Victoria. In Victoria, we had like roughly 6 or 7 early childhood teachers. All of them, they were selected for 491, because most of these applicants had lower points and their visas were running out. So we moved them from Metro Melbourne to regional Victoria, and I'm so happy to say that all of them, 7 of them, they have got their visa grants already, because it only took like 2.5 to 3 months for their visas to be processed, including state nomination and all those things. So similarly, we look at South Australia. South Australia has different streams, but people who are studying a graduate diploma through online while sitting in South Australia should also understand that you won't be able to get a registration to work as early childhood teacher in South Australia directly. So you would be required to apply in other states and then transfer that registration to South Australia. Then you can apply for jobs as early childhood teachers. Now, similarly, Tasmania also have some requirements of residency and work experience. We look at Western Australia. Generally, Western Australia does not require any work experience as per their current year's, criteria, but you never know, it can change in future. Northern Territory has residency requirements, work experience requirements. ACT have their own system of Canberra matrix. You need to have higher points in Canberra matrix to be competitive in ACT. So different states have different pathways. Let's talk about Queensland. Queensland is a state which was not very favorable for 491 and 190, because they only had 600 places for 190, 600 for 491. Now, if you are one of those students who are currently studying this diploma, you really need to sit with a migration agent and plan out your next 1 to 2 years. If you have the right plan in place right now and make a move with the discussion, then you can still get your PR through 491, 190 or even 189 if you're studying early childhood teacher. My phone number is on the screen. My website address is on the screen. Head to my website and book appointment, and we will help you out if you have any concerns. If you're studying this course, we are here to help. Okay, all the best, take care, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.